It's 6 o'clock, and you're watching Good Day OK.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday.
Here we go. It's a cool start to your day. It really feels like fall out there this morning, Carlo.
Yeah, average temperature, at time when we get to this point, our average temperature is close to like mid to late September. So it definitely feels like fall, and it's looking beautiful out right now. Temperatures into the low 60s. Oklahoma City has gotten to 59 degrees. That's a new record low temperature. So hooray, celebrate that one. Blow all the streamers and confetti and everything. Go nuts because it feels amazing right now. 61 degrees in Edmond. It's close to that right around the rest of the metro. Morning workout looking like those temperatures are going to be very, very comfortable, even on the cool side as you're heading out the door this morning. Sunrise right around 6:30. So as we get into the afternoon hours, it will, of course, get warmer, but it's not going to get too warm. Right around 87 degrees, 88 in some parts of the metro. Don't forget that sunscreen UV index will be extreme this afternoon. We'll talk about hotter conditions coming up in your Storm Watch forecast.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. We are entering this 6 o'clock hour after a very busy 5 o'clock hour, and we do have a new accident popping up on our map. This is in northeast Oklahoma City off of Everett Avenue, right there at Northeast 47th. We'll have more information on that in our next report. Let's zoom in here on your drive time coming into the city from Moore. I-35 northbound, already seeing a little bit of yellow starting to develop just through the Moore area and north of there, south of I-240. So from Indian Hills up to the Dallas Junction, going to take you about 14 minutes. Remember, you can always take Eastern Avenue as an alternate route. For those of you coming up I-44 eastbound, not seeing any issues along 44 right now, but that could change as the morning progresses. 37 up to the Amarillo Junction, going to take you about 11 minutes. And we've got your back with that alternate route. Portland Avenue is the way to go. Let's take a live look outside of your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Our tracker is at Southwest 44th near Agnew. We did have a crash reported at 44th and May. Doesn't look like he's come up on that crash just yet. We'll let you know if and when he arrives. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together. Emily, thank you. Breaking news. We now know that no one was hurt after a car crashed into a home in Oklahoma City.
Wayne Stafford is at the scene this morning. This is near 50th and Kelly, Northeast 50th and Kelly. Wayne, are they making any progress trying to get that car out of this person's home?
Hey, Chris and Jasmine, yeah, some good news. They have officially got it out. They got it on this wrecker right over here. You can still see some pieces of the front door on the hood of this vehicle, this convertible right here. And actually, I just spoke just about 10 minutes ago to the homeowner. She told me it sounded like a tornado when this car hit. She did speak to the driver, and the driver was actually worried about if he actually hurt anyone in this crash. You can see some divots made from when this vehicle went straight through the front of this home. Significant damage to the front of this woman's home, unfortunately. But the good news is, again, no one injured. Firefighters tell us that if it wasn't for the bump, the curve that this vehicle initially hit, it would have struck this woman in her bedroom, which is just to the right of her bedroom. So she is very lucky to be okay this morning. Right now, the driver is in police custody, and we're waiting to get word on if he has any charges. And also, later this morning on Good Day OK, we're going to try and get surveillance video that caught the moment when this vehicle crashed through this home. We're going to find that later today on Fox 25. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the new video. Wayne, 6:03 right now. New details this morning in a suspicious death investigation and more.
We now know that Jacob Barber has been arrested in Texas. Fox 25 Sade Gray is live from the Moore Police Headquarters. Sade, they have been looking for him for some time now.
Yeah, that's right, Chris and Jazz. And we also reached out to Moore Police Department, which they said that we can expect to get some more information a little bit later this morning. But we do know, as you mentioned, Jacob Barber was arrested in Texas, not too far from Dallas. We were able to obtain his mug shot, and we have that on the screen right now. Now, Moore Police say they recovered the car of Jacob Barber in North Texas around 10 last night. Roanoke Police in Texas later took Barber into custody. Right now, he's in the Denton County Jail. Now, police issued a warrant earlier this week for his arrest, and we do expect updated information, as we mentioned, from Moore Police Department, as well as we reached out to Roanoke Police Department, and they say that we can expect more information from them a little bit later this morning as well. So once when we do hear from both police departments, we'll share that with you right here on our newscast on Good Day OK, as well as online. Back to you.
And we have more breaking news this morning. Police are still looking for the shooter who fired shots at a Southeast Oklahoma City motel. You are taking a look at the scene at a Motel 6 on Southeast 44th near I-35 from around 3 a.m. Oklahoma City police say that a man was shot. We are not sure how that person is doing. We do know that his condition had stabilized when he was taken to a hospital.
Just in this morning, President Trump taking to Twitter just about an hour and a half before special counsel Robert Mueller's much anticipated hearing. Here's a look at the president's lone tweet so far this morning, where he says the Mueller investigation was a, quote, illegal and treasonous attack on the country. He accuses Democrats and others of illegally fabricating a crime and trying to pin it on him, calling himself very innocent and asking why Robert Mueller didn't investigate the investigators. That's going to be a big line of attack for Republicans in this hearing today. The president saying earlier this week that he would watch, quote, a little of the Mueller investigation, but it looks like he's going to be tuned in for a good portion of it this morning. We'll be following for the latest here at the Live Desk.
All right, Dan, thank you. New this morning, one person is dead after a crash in Pittsburgh County. This happened just west of Crowder around 6:30 yesterday. OHP says two cars were headed north on US 69 when one car hit the other in the rear. The car that hit the other rolled twice, throwing the driver 30 feet. The driver died at the scene. He was not wearing a seatbelt. The driver of the car that was hit was not hurt. New details this morning about the sexual misconduct accusations against a Hera teacher and baseball coach. 37-year-old Charles Copeland was arrested back in May for lewd acts with a student. New court documents revealed that the victim's mother found multiple text messages between Copeland and her daughter. And one conversation, a text allegedly stated Copeland wanted the student to perform oral sex on him. The 16-year-old also sent him nude photos and videos at his request. Right now, the investigation into Copeland is ongoing.
An Oklahoma County commissioner has responded to calls to remove federal immigration agents from the county jail. Brian Vaughn says that he's concerned about those calls made at this week's jail trust meeting. He said in part, quote, ICE agents at the jail have assisted in identifying and successfully prosecuting individuals for some serious crimes committed in Oklahoma County. He goes on to say that, quote, it is simply irresponsible to suggest that local law enforcement give up that relationship.
Listen to this. A mistake by the city of Guthrie may have saved the Logan County Jail thousands of dollars on its water bill. The jail has been receiving a discounted price for its water for the past 5 years thanks to a clerical error. But now the jail will see an increase on its bill moving forward, something they say they didn't budget for. Logan County Sheriff says he's found out about the city's error 3 days before he issued a statement.
When we first got the bill, it went from $1,300 a month to, I think our current bill is $9,700 a month.
He issued that statement back on July 1st. City Manager Leroy Alsop says that the city clerk's office was recently reviewing some of its larger water customers when they noticed the mistake. He says it happened back in 2014. He says the jail's water meters multiplier should have been 10 times, but instead it was marked with a 1 multiplier.
About 3 million Americans could soon lose their SNAP or food stamp benefits. The Trump administration has proposed tighter requirements to qualify. Agriculture Department officials say the rule would make it harder to automatically enroll in the program without undergoing further checks on income or assets. The USDA estimates that this would save about $10 billion over 5 years. To make the change, USDA officials say the department does not need congressional approval. Starting today, you have a chance to comment on this online. We've made it easy. Just look for the link to this story on okcfox.com.
This morning, an act to improve reading proficiency will be fully funded this year for the first time in Oklahoma. According to the Reading Sufficiency Act, third graders who can't demonstrate reading proficiency could be held back. Oklahoma Watch is reporting kids repeating a grade happens more frequently in Oklahoma than in any other state except for Mississippi. When the Reading Act was approved, the legislature was going to give $150 per struggling reader to districts. But each year, the actual amount was $75. Now this year, schools will receive around $153 per student. That money will go toward after-school programs, instrumental materials for reading, and screening assessments.
You're soon going to start seeing people riding on those electric scooters in Edmond. That's because the city council just approved a one-year agreement with Lime scooters. Council members will reportedly meet with Lime representatives in the coming weeks to discuss some of the details, including where their scooters will be placed and how soon they'll be available.
We got you back with an update on the water situation in Bethany. The city of Bethany announced last night that they are now under a stage 3 water ration, meaning 1 day of watering per week is allowed. The city announced a stage 4 water ration last week, limiting water use for residents. Since then, consumption levels were significantly reduced. Under the new ration, the number of your address will determine what day of the week you can water your lawn and plants. We have a full list of new regulations on our website.
Now, your Fox 25 Storm Watch forecast from the Reynolds Ford Weather Center.
Cloudless skies and nice cool temperatures across Oklahoma, with temperatures getting down even into the upper 40s in parts of central and northwestern Oklahoma. We set a record low for this morning at 59 degrees in Oklahoma City, beating about a 30-year record low temperature set back in 1970. Other parts of the state are even cooler. Yukon down into the low 50s. This morning we'll get down, we'll stick right around that 59-degree mark, but we do have an air quality alert. It's mainly for ozone. It's unhealthy for sensitive groups. Could be out there, especially if you're going to be going for a run. So if you are planning to get out there and be healthy, be active, and you do have any type of respiratory issues, go out early in the morning. That's when the ozone levels will be the lowest. So to get to the afternoon hours, sunburns will also be an issue. The heat comes back. Details in your Storm Watch forecast.
Lucky Star Casino, steer clear. A traffic update. Good morning, friends. So we've been trying to figure out what's causing all of that congestion moving through the Moore area just south of I-240. It's not an accident, so I think it might be some overnight construction just running a little behind. We have one lane, I-35 northbound and southbound at North 27th Street. That began at 8 o'clock last night, and it was supposed to wrap up around 5:30 this morning. I think crews are just now wrapping up because we've got 26 minutes from Indian Hills up to the Dallas Junction. If I find out anything else, I'll of course let you know, but I really just think this is that construction, and crews are probably picking up those barrels and cones as we speak. Let's take a live look outside of your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Our tracker is at eastbound I-240 near South Penn. He is making his way over to where this congestion is. We're going to try to confirm and see what's going on. We'll let you know as soon as he arrives. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Thanks, Emily. Happening today, former special counsel Robert Mueller is set to testify on Capitol Hill.
And all eyes will be watching. Here's a live look at Washington, D.C. We'll try to get that for you coming up.
And we're hanging out here at a great local spot in downtown OKC. It's Katie Bug Sips and Sweets. Weather's getting a little cooler. That means our drinks should too. We're going to give you the details right here on Good Day OK. Stay tuned.
.15 right now as we take a look at our morning headlines. Robert Mueller is scheduled to testify today about his 2-year investigation into President Donald Trump. As we take a live look at Capitol Hill, we can tell you that the former special counsel will testify before the House Judiciary Committee this morning at 7:30 our time in just a little over an hour. He'll go before the House Intelligence Committee around 11 o'clock our time. Earlier this year, Mueller released his report saying he found no evidence of collusion with Russia and no firm conclusion on if President Trump obstructed justice. Special coverage of that hearing this morning at 7:30 here on Fox 25. Dan?
And we're continuing to get you ready for that special coverage this morning. In fact, just outside Washington, D.C., we're live outside the home of the ex-special counsel right now, waiting for him to depart and head to Capitol Hill. In fact, let's take you to Capitol Hill. Let's get you back there right now. A lot of the focus has been on what Democrats will do, but Republicans on these two committees also been working hard trying to focus their questions on what they'll do with Mueller. They're going to focus in on the origins of the special counsel's investigation, namely that the FBI admitting that there was some info taken from that dossier that was paid for by Democrats. However, the Justice Department and FBI said the investigation actually began months earlier, was based on entirely separate allegations. Another thing Republicans are going to hone in on, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, remember they were let go after those conflicting text messages. They're going to want to know how involved in the investigation they were. We'll follow up for the latest here at the Live Desk.
Thank you, Dan.
Summer heat means sweet treats, and that's what we are seeing at Katie Bug's Sips and Sweets.
I love the name. Fox 25's and Malcolm
fun.
Subs is there, yeah.
Yeah, so Jasmine, if you love the name, then you'll definitely love the sweet treats. You'll definitely love the amazing drinks and even just the atmosphere here. I'm talking with Katie Morgan. She is co-owner. Her and her family own Katie Bug's Sips and Sweets, and this is so cool to be here. You guys serve up some amazing stuff. But how did Katie Bug's even get its start?
We started as a food truck 5 years ago, and then we've been in this store for about a year.
So you still have a food truck?
Yes.
And I've seen the Katie Bug's food truck zipping around town, serving
Now
up.
it's more for like private events and like big parties and stuff. And we do this more full time, but we did that full time for about 4 years.
Ooh.
It was kind of like a family project. My dad renovated it, we all worked it, my siblings worked it.
And then now you got the brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of the sweet treats that you serve up? I know it's a lot of baked goods too. So.
We always have a variety of cookies and bars, and then we try to have 1 or 2 cakes that we serve by the slice each day. And then like this banana pudding's really popular for us. It has homemade vanilla wafers. And then our marshmallows, we did these in the food truck with our hot chocolate, so we carried them over to the store.
That's so good. That's so good. So you know what? I'm most excited for the cake cereal that we're about to try up next.
Try that next.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever had it, but it's something that you can only find here at Katie Bug's, pretty much. So we're going to tell you why. Guys, back to you.
Sounds great. Still love the name. If you want more information about Katie Bug's Sips and Sweets, go to our website.
Well, it feels like it's practically winter out there right now. We've got a record low temperature this morning, 59 degrees. It's the first record low of 2019. Old record was 61 back in 1970. And obviously, I'm joking, like it feels like it's winter out there. But really, if you want the average low temperature to get there, you got to go all the way to September 25th. So it feels absolutely wonderful right now. Dew points are very low, so that means that those temperatures are very comfortable. 59 degrees in Oklahoma City, 55 out to Watonga, 54 as you go further up towards the north and west. We have a massive area of high pressure which has settled in, and that's going to keep our skies clear. Our temperatures nice and cool. It's going to be slow to move out, so we have another couple days of beautiful conditions, and the winds are going to be really, really calm as you go throughout the rest of the day. East winds about 5 to 15 miles per hour with a high temperature right around 87 degrees and tons of blue sky. Temperatures will be right around that 87 to 88 degree mark for most of the western half of the state. A little bit warmer in southwestern Oklahoma, where highs should hit 90 degrees, but just plain nice with low humidity through the afternoon. And then tonight we actually have another chance at coming close to another record low. I don't think we're going to quite get there because it was set back in 1911. It was 58 degrees, so some very long-standing records getting very close to getting at least tied. For tomorrow, a little bit warmer, right around 89 degrees, and then we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and those temperatures go right on back up into the mid-90s. Next chance for rain is Monday with a cold front.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear. A traffic update. Good morning, everyone. Time now is 6:20, and things are ramping up early along I-35. That's really where our only trouble spot is, moving through the Moore area. We've got a 33-minute drive time right now from Indian Hills up to the Dallas Junction. We're going to take a look in our tracker in just a second. This is due to construction. Chip tells me crews are in the process of picking up cones. The rest of the metro looking pretty good. 11 minutes for those of you headed north on I-44. We've got 9 minutes for I-40 eastbound commuters, and then 4 minutes for those of you headed into the city from the north via the Broadway extension. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Saying hello to Chip. Chip, you are waiting at a stoplight. Looks like you're about to turn onto I-35 northbound. Tell us what's going on down there.
I can tell you, starting around South 19th, that's where the construction is located, and really just bumper to bumper from there southward. Now, right now, I'm at South 19th, turning around. Try to give you a look at that. It did look like they were picking up some of the cones there, but I couldn't quite tell from my angle how many of those lanes were closed and exactly how close they were to opening the back up. But it should be back up there at North 12th in just a few minutes, and we'll find out exactly if how many lanes are still closed and what's going on there. Emily?
All right, Chip, we'll check in with you in just a second. We can see all of that traffic right there on that on-ramp. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Emily, thank you. Oklahoma's new alcohol laws can be a little confusing for some.
So we've got your back coming up, breaking down what's different. 6:22, waiting for that sun to come up over a cool Wednesday morning. We'll be right back. 6:25 as we say good morning to Moore, Oklahoma. How are they doing in Moore this morning? Waiting for the sun to come up. Just such a crisp, cool morning. It's my kind of morning, and I am loving it. Here's something you might love. You can now get all your favorite Reese's flavors with one purchase.
Yeah, Walmart wants to give you a peanut butter overload, pretty much, offering a variety pack that includes 6 different kinds of Reese's candies. They include Reese's Cups, White Chocolate Cups, Big Cups, Reese's Pieces Cups, Reese's Pieces Candies, and Reese's Sticks.
I didn't even know they had all of these.
A lot of stuff. You can get this for $23. If you're a Reese's lover, go for it.
Is that you who called it Reese's Pieces?
I call them Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces,
and I don't
yeah.
want to keep saying Reese's, and everyone's like, it's Reese's. But there you go.
Would you like that?
Enjoy your Reese's.
Would you like your peanut butter and chocolate Reese's?
Yeah, my Reese's Pieces. Yes, I will
Good
enjoy
stuff.
that. Very good.
Hey, we are live at the scene this morning in Oklahoma City, where a car crashed into this house this morning.
Yeah, the sun is up, so now we can see the damage here. Fox 25's Wayne Stafford just talked to police. He's working to figure out what happened here.
You're watching Good Day OK.
Good morning, everybody. July 24th, 2019. Happy Wednesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy Winning Wednesday, because they were going to win at work. So let's
I like
check.
the positivity.
You got to have that this morning, especially with the winning forecast.
Yeah, exactly. We're winning at weather right now. We have ourselves nice clear skies, and crucially, the temperatures are absolutely wonderful, right around 60 degrees in Edmond. Yukon back down to 51. We're just waiting to see if Yukon can just dip down into the upper 40s, which would be crazy for July. Oklahoma City set a record low temperature right now, and we're still seeing if this temperature could go down by another degree, which is certainly feasible, as we do have nice calm winds across central Oklahoma. Dew points are very low, down to about 55 degrees, so this is the bottom end of where it could go in Oklahoma City. That means that if you're getting out and got some big fishing plans for today, going to be absolutely wonderful. Light winds, lots of sunshine, temperatures into the 80s. Those temperatures will warm up towards the end of the week. We'll talk about that in your Storm Watch forecast.
We're trying to get the mic fixed there. Breaking news right now. We now know that no one was hurt after a car crash into a home in Oklahoma City.
Wayne Stafford's at the scene right now, where this car was just pulled from the home near Northeast 50th and Kelly. Wayne, what do you have for us now?
Hey, good morning, Chris and Jasmine. Well, the sun is up and we can get a better look at that damage to this home. Take a look. You can just see it just goes further and further inside. Just scraps of wood, even piles of the door still on the front of the bushes right here. And this car just careened right through this front yard. So this is what firefighters tell us. About 5 a.m. this morning, this car was driving down 54th, Northeast 54th, across Everest, and went right into this home. They said when it hit the curb, it actually moved slightly to the left and just missed now the homeowner's bedroom, where the homeowner was sleeping. Now, we did talk to the homeowner, and she was actually able to give us some of the surveillance video the moment this crash happened. Take a look. You can see it's really scary stuff right there. Now, the bedroom, again, just feet from where this crash happened. The driver of this vehicle did just do a field sobriety test, and he is in police custody right now. The vehicle that was involved in this crash is just behind us, still here on scene as police continue their investigation. Back to you.
Happening right now, British Prime Minister Theresa May answering her final questions in British Parliament this morning. Let's take it live to London. Those MPs asking the Prime Minister, who you're going to see stand up and take the podium right here. Again, her final questions in charge of the British government. Some of these have been light and cordial. Others, including Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn, the opposition leader, have really attacked May's party and their new choice of Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, who is set to take over today. Prime Minister May will head to meet with Queen Elizabeth after this, where she will officially resign, leading the path for Johnson to take over.
All right, thank you, Dan. 6:33. New this morning, the Oklahoma Beer Alliance is helping people understand the state's new alcohol laws. So we've got your back breaking down some of those rules. One of the new laws is a complimentary beverage license, so businesses can now legally provide complimentary alcoholic drinks to their customers. They can apply for this license through the Able Commission. Boaters can now buy beer for off-premises consumption from licensed marinas. Bars and restaurants within 2,000 feet of stadiums can now sell to-go beer and wine from 8 in the morning until midnight on game days. You can also walk around with those drinks. We have a full breakdown of the rules at okcfox.com.
Take a look at this. An alert correctional officers at the Clara Waters Community Correction Center found these by the perimeter fence. These are 4 bottles of Seagram's apple gin. The officer checked the fence after he noticed a person jumping it. A reminder that alcohol is illegal inside a state correctional facility. Bringing it inside will result in a felony.
New this morning, as we take a live look at Norman, the search for a new Ward City Council member begins today after one of the members unexpectedly stepped down. The Norman Transcript reports that Ward 4 City Council member Bill Hickman announced he'll step down from his position. Hickman says that he'll join the board of directors of the Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy. His last day with the City Council will be August 27th. The OICA doesn't allow elected officials on its board.
6:35 now. Lawton City Attorney is on administrative leave with pay this morning. Here's why. Last night, City Council members made the announcement about Frank Jensen after more than 2 hours of private discussion. The council eliminated the other 2 items from executive session to solely focus on a personnel investigation into Jensen that has kept him away from recent council meetings. Now, members did not release any information on this investigation, but said Jensen will not be active within the city staff for the foreseeable future.
The city of Woodward beginning the slow process of replacing water meters. Crews will be working every day this week until Saturday from 8 to 8. The Woodward News says they'll give residents notice before water is turned off. The disruption of water usage will be minimal, they say, but you are asked to avoid leaving appliances such as dishwashers and washing machines running during the day. Happening today, a 4-star general will visit Tinker Air Force Base. General Arnold W. Bunch Jr. will be meeting with airmen from different units and organizations. The purpose of this visit is to better understand the Air Force Sustainment Center as supporting command for Air Force readiness.
We got your back in Yukon. You can expect street delays for your morning commute as street stripping remains ongoing. The city will be stripping Cornwell Road from 10th to Main. They will also be striping the Vandement from the railroad tracks to Cornwell. This will end in about 30 minutes, but they will stripe the next 3 nights beginning at 7. Roads won't be closed by you and will have to maneuver around equipment.
Well, you might also run into some traffic problems this morning if you commute to or from Enid. The Enid News and Eagle reporting that OG&E crews are going to be changing existing street lights to LEDs. This is going to be happening on Garriott between 30th and 3rd. Eastbound lanes are going to be shut down from 8:30 this morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. OG&E says this is the first phase of a project to convert those lights to LEDs in the Enid area. 2 years ago, you may remember this, we told you about OG&E's initiative here in Oklahoma City to switch street lights over from high-pressure sodium to LEDs. It's an energy-saving transition. It also comes with some new technology to help when there are outages. In March, officials told us that there were nearly 27,000 streetlights in Oklahoma City, all without a way to track if there's an outage. As the company transitions to the LED technology, the lights are going to have a communication card installed in them that'll tell us when a network, that'll communicate with a network and alert that network to any outages. Now, until that transition is complete, officials still want you to report any streetlight outages. You can do that by going to oge.com/outages and fill out this form. Get your news on the go with the KOKH News app. You can stream our newscasts, get breaking news alerts, weather, traffic. It's all on there. Just go to wherever you get your apps, type in KOKH to download it for free.
Beautiful morning, clear skies, nice comfy conditions with temperatures getting down into the upper 50s across central Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, new record low, 59 degrees. Yukon even cooler. We could be seeing some areas into the upper 40s out in Yukon right now. We do have an air quality alert, which is now all the way through until sunset. This is because ozone is going to be pretty high because of the general pollution that big cities put off, and it will be peak into the afternoon hours. So your coffee forecast, you should be fine getting out the door. It'll be into the afternoon hours, especially if you have any type of respiratory illnesses or issues. Into the later afternoon, where temperatures will be right around 87 degrees, it will be the highest, at least ozone-wise. Clear sunny skies and light winds are dominate for today, but clouds come back. We've got to talk about a cold front and some thunderstorms possible in your Storm Watch forecast.
Lucky Star Casino, steer clear traffic update. Happy Wednesday, everyone. So we are checking in on your drive times for those of you who are coming into the city from the north. Doesn't look like you're going to have any issues, at least right now. Only going to take you about 4 minutes headed south on I-35 from the Turnpike to I-44. For those of you who travel the Broadway extension, you're looking at a 5-minute commute right now. Your best alternate routes if traffic does start stacking up, as we typically see around the I-44 interchange. You can always take Kelly or Western Avenue or the Lake Hefner Parkway, which is sitting at about 6 minutes right now from Northwest 122nd to I-44. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Our tracker is down in the Moore area. This is northbound I-35 and 12th Street. We're still seeing some residual congestion, residual traffic moving through that area due to construction crews picking up cones. It looks like they have cleared the area right now and traffic is starting to pick back up. So good news there. We'll let you know if that changes. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Well, the mood's shifting in Puerto Rico as newspapers just made a major announcement.
We have that announcement coming up, plus protesters' reaction.
Okay, so my question is the best meal of the day breakfast or dessert? Well, how about both? You can get it here at Katie Bug Sips and Sweets. We're trying cake cereal up next. Stay tuned for that right here on Good Day OK.
Sounds great and delicious. 6:40, we'll be right back.
The deadly Sinaloa cartel.
When are we going to focus on the new priority of the 21st century, and it's the Mexican cartels?
Laura Logan investigates tactics to stop cartels.
They're more powerful today than they've ever been.
Absolutely.
And wealthier.
Absolutely.
Tonight at 9 on Fox 25.
A countdown to Robert Mueller's testimony in the U.S. House continuing this morning, just about 45 minutes out, and we are live inside the House Judiciary chambers at the Rayburn building. Right now, you can see people mulling around, things starting to fill out. Meanwhile, President Trump fuming ahead of the testimony this morning, setting his sights on an unlikely target, the special counsel's top aide and attorney, Aaron Zebley. You can see the president says, quote, "It was never agreed to that Robert Mueller could use one of his many Democrat, never Trumper lawyers to sit next to him and help him with his answers. This was not agreed to, and I never would have agreed to it." Now, Zebley was Mueller's chief of staff, not only for the special counsel's investigation, but at the FBI when Mueller was the FBI director. Doesn't seem like any Republicans on the panels had any problems with this, but we'll look into that this morning.
The following segment is sponsored by Braum's.
Hey, you've been chiming in, sending us your pictures, and today we're looking at some of your Wild Wednesday photos. This one's sent to us from Michael Shields. He snapped this picture of a duck in Chickasha. It's a cute duck, right?
Very cute.
As far as ducks go. It's easy. Just go to our website, okcfox.com, click on Chime In at the top of the page, then watch Fox 25. We might just air your photo.
New at 6, the mood and the political climate in Puerto Rico may soon be shifting.
This is reports in local papers claim that the embattled governor is preparing to step down after days and days of protesting. Fox News correspondent Marianne Rafferty reports.
Some potentially good news in sight for hundreds of thousands of protesters who have spent nearly 2 weeks marching and calling for Puerto Rico's governor, Ricardo Rosello's resignation. Two of the island's largest newspapers reporting overnight the embattled lawmaker is planning to step down. A large group of demonstrators breaking into cheers and applause after someone in the crowd announced the unconfirmed report. However, just hours earlier, Rosselló standing firm and once again telling Fox he will remain in office but not seek re-election.
I will always do what's in the best interest of the people of Puerto Rico. And I've made the consideration where, I'm not going to seek office again.
Days of public outcry and calls for resignation, sparked by government corruption, lack of essential resources, and the so-called Chatgate scandal, in which nearly 900 pages of offensive group chat messages between Rosselló and 11 of his aides were leaked.
We are letting our government know we are tired of corruption, tired of having services cut.
On Tuesday, a judge issuing search warrants for the phones of officials involved in the chats who have not already turned over their devices. Puerto Rico is currently without a confirmed Secretary of State, so if the governor does resign, Justice Secretary Wanda Vasquez would be the next in line of succession. Marianne Rafferty, Fox News.
6:47 as we move to consumer news now. Forever 21 under fire this morning after people say they feel body shamed by the store. Several shoppers took to social media to complain about Atkins diet bars that came in their packages. The company says it sometimes includes free samples with online orders, and in this case, the bars were included across all categories and sizes. Forever 21 did apologize and called it an oversight, adding that the samples have been removed.
Have your morning cup of joe delivered right to your door with Starbucks' new partnership with Uber Eats. The coffee giant announcing yesterday it plans to help you skip the dreaded line at your local Starbucks, and the answer is delivery. Teaming up with Uber Eats, Starbucks plans to be available for delivery nationwide by 2020. How convenient. Well, Nissan makes major changes as they look to shift things around following the removal of former chairman Carlos Ghosn for alleged financial misconduct. Now, the Japanese automaker is reportedly slashing 10,000 jobs across the globe. This as profits hit a 9-year low earlier this year. Following the lower than expected sales of some of its vehicles, the cuts are expected to hit factories and regions where profits continue to struggle. A hungry bear tries his paws at burglary. Look at this. This bear entered the trash area behind the Bud Depot, a marijuana dispensary in Colorado last week. Looking around to see if he's spotted by anybody, he discovers a holy grail of temptation, a trash dumpster.
After deciding all these munchies are just too much, he decides he wants it all. He goes into reverse with the dumpster in his paws, back through the gate and down the street. Unfortunately, though, no success at dumpster diving. The pot shop's employees wondered why they couldn't find their dumpster at first, and then checked security cameras and discovered what really happened.
Animals are smarter than we give them credit for.
They're so smart. Like the one recently where the bear opened up the door to the car and sat down like he was a human.
He's still going.
And then put it in drive and
That's
rolled down the
crazy.
hill.
That is
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, he is. He's trying. I guess taking the dumpster
He's like,
out.
this whole thing is coming with me.
Exactly. He's trying to
Where's
get
he
him.
gonna put it?
I've got some cubs to feed.
He and his little buddies want to have a really nice, relaxing
stuff.
afternoon in the. Yeah, nice, relaxing afternoon in the woods.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Too funny. Hey, how's the weather this morning?
It's going to be a really great day to go out and go do whatever you want to do. Maybe you can imitate the bear and go maybe steal yourself a dumpster. I don't recommend it. 87 degrees. Yeah, go dumpster diving. Be careful, though. East winds about 5 to 15 miles per hour. 90s in southern Oklahoma, mid-80s in northern Oklahoma as we go throughout the day. Not really many clouds overhead, little puffy clouds here and there, wispy ones into the afternoon, and just plain nice. Tonight, low temperature right around 61. It's going to be near but not quite record low, with a record low set back in 1911 of 58 degrees. The winds will be a little bit stronger, and they will be increasing, which will keep those temperatures up just a smidge for tonight. Lows in northern Oklahoma will be closer to that 59-degree mark, but Metrocast for tomorrow right around 89 degrees, so 5 to 10 degrees below average still, but that humidity is going to start going back up with the winds out of the south, and temperatures again will be warmer in southern and southwestern Oklahoma. The dew point through the rest of the week is going to feel nice and dry, but it's going to start to come back up to feeling a little bit on the humid side. This is as the dry and mild air start to pull out to the east. This happens Thursday afternoon and into Friday. High pressure is going to start to build in from the west. That's going to turn those winds around to the south, and that's going to pump that moisture back in. That gets here for the weekend, and temperatures will be much warmer. We have another cold front coming in Monday. There's a chance for some showers.
Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. Most of the metro is still looking pretty good as we approach rush hour, but we are still seeing some delays along I-35 northbound due to all of that construction around 19th and 27th Street. Zooming in on your drive time here, if you are coming in south of Goldsby, you're not going to have any issues getting up to Norman. Only going to take you about 20 minutes. No traffic covering that stretch. It's once you hit Norman up to I-240 moving through the Moore area. We've got a lot of traffic building. 17 minutes for those of you, and then once you hit I-240, you should be good to go, at least for now. Only going to take you 5 minutes to reach the Dallas Junction. You can always exit, take Eastern Avenue around Moore, and then jump back on the interstate and head north. Let's take a live look outside at your Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic tracker. Checking in with Chip. Chip, it looks like traffic is picking up through here, maybe just a little bit of residual traffic still.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say the same thing. It's starting to look a little bit better here. This is 35 northbound, right near North 27th. We've had construction here all week, and that construction this morning lasting a little bit longer than scheduled, so that slowed things down here. We're going to see this closure here nightly on 35. Right here at North 27th on both sides of 35, it'll be going down to just one lane from 8 o'clock in the evening to 5:30 in the morning. And as I just said, today that closure ran just a little bit longer than that 5:30, and that led to some problems this morning. But just a couple more days of this. We'll see this closure tonight and then Thursday night, but then that should be wrapping up. Emily?
All right, very good to know. Thank you, Chip. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Thanks, Emily. Tonight on Fox 25, Master Chef, First Responders Live, and the Primetime News.